Peace and blessings, and welcome back to the Heritage Hip Hop Podcast. This episode is brought to you by heritagehiphop.com. We are more than music, and we celebrate the Most High within you because hip hop culture is the Most High. So, by celebrating the Most High and God culture, we celebrate hip hop. So, to everybody out there that's a part of this hip hop culture, you are God's heritage, and that means God's heritage is hip hop. We are also sponsored by Transparent Credit Repair, the superheroes of the financial literacy and credit repair world. By making one decision to change your financial life, you can better your life and open your doors to gifts, blessings, and the higher side of life. What is the higher side? It's opening your wallet to more money instead of opening your wallet to pay off debt. And by doing such, Transparent Credit Repair not only teaches financial literacy, but they help clean off your credit report and raise your credit score. To do so, go to www.heritagehiphop.com and scroll to Transparent Credit Repair. Click the link and fill out the questionnaire. And with that being done, you get 20% off of all services given by Transparent Credit Repair to you through Heritage Hip Hop. So make sure you go to heritagehiphop.com, click on Transparent Credit Repair, and let that one decision change your financial future. On this episode of the Heritage Hip Hop Podcast, we go back down south to hear some of that blues, soulful, truthful music. We talk to Porsha, who not only is fulfilling dreams with her new song, Genie in a Bottle, she also comes to tell us about her story of love, survival, and what being a mother means as a daughter and as a mother herself, and how that helped change her perspective of life and music. This is a very loving interview, and we salute Miss Porsha, and may the Most High bless you. And you'll see what I mean when you hear this interview. So to everybody out there listening, you can thank me later. But first, tune in, and I pray that you enjoy this fabulous interview. And I'll come back with the rest of my commentary when it's done. Peace and blessings, and welcome back to the Heritage Hip Hop Podcast. This episode is brought to you by heritagehiphop.com. Make sure you go support the people who support you by celebrating hip hop culture, which is God culture. And since we're God's heritage, our heritage is hip hop and God. And with that being said, tonight, we're going to celebrate the Most High by talking to one of the voices that he gave the planet. Please introduce yourself.
Hey, everybody. This is Porsha M from Ruby, South Carolina.
All right, now, from the we going to the South today. So we're going to talk something a little more strategic than the typical interview that you're used to. You ready to have some fun with me?
Oh, yes.
All right, here we go. The South is the home of the blues. It's the home of people who just getting off of work, people who are tired of the grind, but more importantly, it was the pulse of the emotion of the culture. How has the South helped you become an artist?
Oh, man, we more old school, laid back, more on the love type level, Patti LaBelle, New Edition, we does it all.
I like that because I'm from Jersey. So
okay.
when we go down south, everybody up north loves Southern girls for one. So that's a shout out to all the ladies down there in the South. But more importantly, when we went to the South, we were given something called the roots, where you got that good down home love, that good down home family training, that Southern hospitality. How do you define the South?
Oh, I would say more country, lovable, We all like to uplift one another, be there for one another. I can see for myself when it comes, from the South, but we good people.
And goodness is something that comes across in music, whether it's trap or it comes from celebrations, because the South has always been the home of the individual that's a part of the bigger picture. When you started doing music, what was the big picture for you, and what did you join when you started doing it?
The big picture was when I was battling with cancer. Thank God now I'm a survivor of 4 years of colon cancer. So that was really made me push more, even harder to, be more creative with my music, singing, writing, and just being my escape. So I can say that was my biggest achievement right there.
Surviving anything with health deserves appreciation. So shout out to you and the Most High who helped you get through it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And That's the most important thing about people that we don't respect is their story and how their story reflects the culture. You are a survivor.
Yeah.
How has that new lease on life made your music more impactful than a person who just does it because they just like to do it?
It made me stronger. It made me embrace life, you know, a lot more than what I used to. Not saying I wasn't, but I appreciate it more because, you know, when doctors say, you know, you got this time to live, you know, then you got God on your side in the midst of everything. So it made me go stronger. It
That's
was
a
a big
fact.
impact. Yeah, a big impact on my life.
That's a fact because anytime you overcome an obstacle or you go through something and reach a new plateau,
Yes.
you get stronger.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that strength is the story that defines who we are.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Let's pull back though, because the strength of the South has always been community and spirituality.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask you, did church and singing soulful music like that contribute to you becoming a vocalist?
Yes, I can say, yeah, most definitely. I definitely grew up in church actually singing on the choir, praise team and all. So, oh, yeah.
So I'm going to ask you this because a lot of people today who sing just sing. They don't sing. You know what I'm talking about?
Got you. Right.
And some of them don't got them pipes.
Oh, yeah.
But in
So we
church,
talking
right?
about more like Tamla Man, you know.
Okay, hey, shout out to Tamla
Yes.
Man. Take me to
Oh,
the king,
yes.
right?
Yes, thank you to the king.
So, but when it comes to church and that singing, that's a different type of vocal training than when you're in the industry. How did church singing prepare you for the booth and the industry?
Oh, it prepared me a lot when you got to sing alto, soprano, and you got to do a little bass. So, yeah, it helped me a whole lot.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. I mean, let's look at the game nowadays. People who claim they sing really can't. And a lot of people are nasal. They don't know what the power of the diaphragm is. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Church get you a diaphragm whether you want to or not.
Yeah.
Because when you're in the choir and you're not, when that director says, all right, somebody's not keeping a part up, you get X'd out. People know who it is. I want to ask you, knowing your part and knowing your role in the choir, how did that prepare you for the solo role as the solo artist you are today?
Oh, it was a challenge, I would say, especially when you have to get, you know, me, I grew up singing mostly soprano, so it's like you had to get up there, and it's like, I'm like, oh, man, you know, I keep messing up, but you got to keep trying, so I would definitely say, you know, have to have strength with singing and be more powerful, so that really helped me out a lot.
Power comes also from motivation. What
Right.
motivates you to sing?
Like I said, dealing with cancer and my daughter, that was the main two that really motivate me, and my mom. Oh, yeah.
You know what? You just took my interview in a new direction. Thank you so much. First of all,
You're welcome.
salute to you for being a mother, because that's a very important job. And I don't think enough
Yes.
mothers get enough respect for being moms.
Right.
You know?
Yes. Yeah.
And your mom is still around? She's alive and everything?
Yes, my
That's a
mom's still
blessing.
here. Thank God. That's a blessing. I thank God every day, you know, for her, because she
Yeah.
pushes me, too, when it comes to my music. She's, like, one of my number one supporters, so I definitely thank God for her every day.
I'm going to ask you a weird question. It's a two-part question. Now, let's break it up. I'm going to have some fun with you. How has becoming a mother made you a better singer and artist?
Oh, it may become I would say, very good, you know. As far as with my daughter, you know, she pushes me, she motivates me. She even gets to a point like, Mama, have you wrote a new song today? Like, Mom, can you pull up this beat or something? Like, she motivates me. She walks through the house singing my songs, and it's like, you know, I love it because she pushes me, and she even comes and help me. Like, Mom, I think you should do a little who here, and, you know, I'm like, oh, I love it. You know, that's one thing I never take for granted is being a mother. That's a blessing to me.
See, that's your path. Because becoming a mom, you see the future in your creation and where your creation can go.
Right.
But becoming a mom made you appreciate your mom that much more.
Right. Yes, most definitely.
How did become being a daughter that became a mom help you appreciate your mom and then help you appreciate your music the same way?
Growing up, my mom, being a single parent, this is something that she wanted to do when she was younger, was singing, and I used to watch her, sing and stuff and go to studios, and I'm like, man, I want to be just like my mom. I want to sing like her, and it's like I'm following her path. This is something that she wanted to do as well, and watching her, raising me and my brother and sisters, having that mother's strength, it pushes me because it's like I never seen my mama, fail us. I never seen her down. It was always a smile on her face. It was like now I'm doing the same thing when it comes to my daughter, and she was uplifted me and my mom, and I'm pretty sure we uplifted her. We the one that kept her going because my daughter does the same for me. So, yeah, shout out to my
That's
mother.
dope. Yeah, shout out to Mom. Hey, Mom, we love you on Heritage Hip Hop, and we love all mothers. Shout out to the moms. Everybody listening, this is Karel from Heritage Hip Hop with Porsha, new singer from the South Carolina in particular, who's teaching us about love and commitment. And I want to ask you something when it comes to your mom and your music. You said you're fulfilling your mom's dream by being that. Are you planning to give your mom her dream by doing a song with her?
Yes. We actually working on a mother and daughter song as you speak. So, yeah, we definitely doing something special. Yes.
How does creating music that gives life to you more meaningful than just putting a song out for someone to enjoy?
Because I would say, like, when it comes to my mom, she helps me. So it's like I'm more positive. I've been through a lot. I know a lot of people have actually gone through and, been through a lot, too. So I like to more uplift someone and, be very positive, a role model, too. Not only for myself, for others. I have youth kids, too. So it's like I have all this love surrounded by me. So that's what really pushes me, too.
See, yeah, we all find our inspirations in something. And from what you're telling me, there's a lot of inspiration in your story. And the one thing I'm going to be honest with you, I've never liked R&B too much. You know why? Because everything was cliche and there was no depth. And it was the singers who had depth that really made me listen. It was more than their voice. It was the full journey of the song. Do you think a lot of singers today lack depth in a story and they're just trying to make it big off of their vocals?
I would say, yeah. Because you got, some people that have some people that's motivating them, and you have some where, they're not as motivated and they don't really have I would say, a good support team or someone. Even if you don't have a lot of people, if you have just that one person, that stay on you about when it comes to your music. I wouldn't even say music. It's anything that you love to do and it's your passion. It's something you want to push for towards your dreams. I would say more motivation. So a lot of people lack in that.
They lack the motivation. So you know what motivates me? Well, I'm a preschool teacher by trade. All right? Mm-hmm. So what motivates me is 3, 4, and 5-year-olds being happy to go somewhere, and you give them something that they can take with them to help make their life better because now they learn something. In the industry that you're in and that we're in, there's not a lot of people who teach to give you something to learn from, but the lessons that we learn come from experience. What have you experienced that helped you grow your art, and what did you learn that would maybe have been a bad thing that taught you how to protect your art?
I would say as far as good, like I said, with music being my escape, that's more something that's my passion. It's more, I say, peaceful for me. But, I mean, like I said, it's more like my strength, my motivation. It's not a place where I kind of feel down when it's time for me to, anything when it comes to my craft with my music, because it's more like my escape. It gives me peace within. So.
Isn't peace the goal of life, though?
Yeah, I would say, yeah, for me it is. Yeah, I mean, everybody's different, but for me, I would say, with peace, even having a peace of mind, that's the number one thing a lot of people would love to have, and, that want a peace of mind, too, as well. So I would say for me, yeah.
So do you find your peace in listening to the music first, or do you find peace in writing your lyrics and finding music to match?
Yes, I would listen to the music and then put everything together. Yeah. Or some days I go, ride around and I just, start making up songs and stuff like that. And then but it's still the music. It's always the music.
So the music talks to you?
Yes, it does. It speaks for me, too.
What is the language that you hear? Can you describe it?
Oh, let's see. It's more, like I say, more peaceful, love, it's like, I don't know. It's like a feeling that I get. It makes me feel like, give me a burning feeling inside, like a good fire. And it's like I embrace it so much because I love music. That's all I ever, I drink. I wake up singing. I go to sleep singing. It's like, it's in me. So I love it.
I like the fact that you found your peace. Because a lot of
Yeah,
people out here are searching for something and they don't even know what the hell they're looking for.
right, yeah.
And to have it means you've already conquered half of the battle that life is already about. How do you give that to somebody else so that they know that there is hope and they can find it through your music?
Well, I can say you can find peace. I mean, everybody is different, like I said, with me, far as if you love music or what it is that you love, even if it's just writing, it's just listening to music or drawing, I would say just define yourself. And when you find yourself, you begin to love yourself and you get to a place in your life where, like this is where I'm happy at. And when you get to that happy place, you stay there. Don't let nobody take you out that place, even if you get to a point where you have to get there, find your peace. And then, like I said, me personally, I always find my peace within music, regardless of what.
But see, you said the magic word. You know what it was?
What's that?
Love.
Yeah, you got to love yourself. That's the main thing. You have to love yourself before you can love anybody. You have to love yourself.
But in our world, people don't learn love. People learn selfishness.
Yeah,
And
you
there's a
got
lot
a
of
lot of
people.
selfish people. Yeah.
Yeah, you have a lot of people who take love, but they don't even accept the love that they're taking. They just want it. They're greedy.
Yeah. Yeah,
And greed,
that's all I'm getting ready to say. That's greedy.
yeah.
Yeah.
And greed and lust have choked love out of a lot of people's lifestyle and conversation.
Right.
What do you think is the conversation music has to have with our soul to make us enjoy it and accept it?
Let's see. More like whatever you're listening to. Some people, they find it within soul music. They have rap, whatever it is. So I would say whenever the word speaks, word speaks to you within your music or anybody music. So that's another thing. When the word speaks to your soul and you can actually feel it within on the inside, then you know it's there. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Take a journey with me. Do you mind?
Oh, yes. Come on. Let's go.
At the very beginning, the first sound that you made was a cry. You yelled and your lungs opened up and your sound was introduced to the world, correct?
That's right.
But that's the same way our people have been. Because through our generations, we have opened our mouths to praise, we've opened our mouths to celebrate, we open our mouths for sorrow, and we open our mouths to mourn. What is the most impactful song a singer can make? One of joy or one of sadness?
I would say both, because you have people that's more joyful and you have a lot of people that's more sad. And I would say it's based on what you've been through and what you're going through and what you're trying to come out of. So that's another thing, too.
Yeah. But in life, if life was a playlist, then we have our highs and our lows. Where does your music fit in?
I would say more high. I would say more highs because I love to uplift someone because, like I say, you never know what a person is going through. So I love to be someone else's strength, to uplift them, to be, not even that, pray for you because a lot of people, can't even pray for themselves, but, some people that can help them pray through it. So that's another thing.
So it's like your music can make somebody's wish come true, right?
Yes. Yeah,
So
I would say.
So then speaking of wishes, you have a song called Genie in the Bottle, correct?
Yes.
All right. See how everything flows together? You like that, right? This is the journey we going on.
Oh, yes.
So Genie in the Bottle. When I think of genies in bottles, it's people getting 3 wishes, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are you fulfilling for somebody in that song? And what 3 wishes do you think you fulfill with your music?
With Genie, it's more like, this fantasy life is something that, you want to do, whatever it is. Like, I can make a dream come true, whatever it is, Genie got you.
I like that.
Yeah.
So then how do you, so what if your song was 3 wishes being fulfilled, what are you fulfilling with those 3 wishes?
What would I fulfill? Let's see. That love, comfort, and I would say more like support.
Love, comfort, and support.
Yeah.
Define love for me. How does somebody love Porsha the right way?
I would say love me the right way is to embrace me. You know, I'm a lovable person. You know, I'm not a hard person to get, to take in. So it's like I'm more joyful. I love to keep my spirit up, regardless of what. So you have to embrace me, embrace the love.
So loving you is to accept you and give you your freedom and not try to hold you down.
Right, like accept me for who I am. You know, I can't be nobody else. I can only be me. You know, so accept me.
See, the thing about love is, just like music, everybody has a different interpretation of what it is. Like, you have some people whose love language is accept me. Then you have some people whose love language is take the burdens off of me so I can be free. Then you have some people who is protect me so I know that I'm able to give myself. And then you have some people who are be loyal to me, which is more of a man thing. Be loyal to me so I know that you're always there.
Right. Yes, I love that. Yes.
Music fulfills all of those needs at the same time because it makes you, it can give you comfort. It can protect your mind, body, soul, heart, spirit with words and language or and rhythm so that you don't go out and hurt yourself. It can be loyal to you because that's your song and you know when you need it, when you need it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
How has that knowledge of the therapy of music helped you when it comes to creating songs and creating your album or project, which is coming out soon?
It helps me a lot. You know, like I said, even though you talk about comfort, like it comforts me, my soul and my body, you know, so in my mind too. So it's like, it just makes me feel so good on the inside, more peaceful, you know, spiritually, all that, emotionally. So yeah, it defines that. And yeah.
Miss Porsha, I got to ask you a serious question. You ready to have some serious questions with me?
Okay, let's go.
See, I like the energy. That's why I keep asking you questions because you get upbeat, and I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, we live in a harsh reality. We live in a harsh world where your melanin is your crime before you even do anything. Right. And we have all over this country, we have young men and young women getting slaughtered because of the perception of, not the reality. My question to you is, you know how everybody says how hip-hop has to be real and has to talk about it's the story of the streets and all that? Mm-hmm. What is R&B's voice? Like, does it represent that same pain and struggle too?
I would say it does. And the reason why I say that because R&B, like I said, is more, it depends on what type of music are you listening to and who you're listening to because everybody has a different sound in music. You know, you got some that talks about comfort. You got some that talks about being strong. You got some that talks about being loyal, being faithful. So everybody has their own different language when it comes to music.
So what voice do you think is the voice of R&B? Is it just one voice or is it more?
I would say it's more.
Mm-hmm.
It's more voices, yeah, I can say, but it's one sound because you can still feel the same. I would say that. Me personally, I would say that. You know, it's different language, but it's all still one sound.
So why do you think, if you do think this, why do you think so many people don't sing about the struggle? They sing for the lavishness in our culture.
I would say personally, like, depends on how this nation is going now. It's like it's kind of hard for some people to speak about it, maybe because of how people would think or how they would feel. But really, that's what this world needs is realness and what's really going on at this moment in life. So everybody is different.
But pain is relative.
Right, yeah, that too.
There's only one truth in life. You know what it is? Death. Death.
Yeah.
Because that's the only God people respect. Death.
Yeah.
It's so respected that people have pushed our culture into celebrating the coffin more than celebrating the God that gave us life.
Mm-hmm.
Death is pushed so hard that people sing about death, they rap about death, they look like death, they experience death, and death is just sitting on top of us like a gray cloud.
Right.
But when we sing life, that's when you see the eyes and the hearts open up. That's when you see people dance and you see people smile.
Mm-hmm.
How do we conquer death and give more life in the music?
I would say speak realness. You know, I mean, everybody deals with the death and everybody deals with life, but like you said, more people, they speak more about life and not death, and I feel like it should be more on death too, because that's what's really going on in this world. And it's like some people maybe are afraid to speak about it, but I think they should.
I think they should too, because that's what we give our children. And if we can't give our children life, what exactly are we trying to give them? Right?
Right. That's right. Yes.
So let's give everybody once again your name. This is Miss Porsha. Porsha is dope. Y'all need to check out her music because what she does is give you life in her music. And I want to talk about a certain song, Move Your Body. That's what it's called?
Yes, Move Your Body.
Tell me about Move Your Body and how you're giving life through that song.
Move Your Body is like a joyful song, you know, make you feel good on the inside. You know, you listen to the music, so you really can be yourself. You know, move to the beat, you know, dance, you know, whatever it is that you love to do, you know, just move your body to it. So yeah, it gives me life. It gives me hope within. So I kind of feel like if it does me the same, I'm pretty sure it does somebody else the same way too.
See, dance culture never died, but it got suppressed because everybody wanted to support death in the streets. And even street dudes like to dance too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My thing is, how do we keep the dance going so that everybody is moving their body but still appreciating the music that's coming out?
Oh, I would say more, you know, get loose a little bit, you know, and enjoy life and, you know, enjoy who you are, embrace who you are too as well, you know. Like I said, go back to loving yourself too. So embrace who you are and just be you, because nobody else can be can be you but you. Just enjoy it, especially when you listen to music, that good music too. So yeah, just move your body to the beat.
What was the major lesson that you learned to help you enjoy life and love yourself?
Going through a lot of things in my life, it made me appreciate life better, and it made me appreciate myself and accepting me for who I am, because I was so busy, you know, wanting everybody to like me for this certain type, this certain person, you know, trying to be everybody else. But when I learned to love myself, and I feel like, you know what, you have to accept me for who I am and love me for who I am too. So I would say it took a lot, but I thank God that I'm there when I can love myself even more today, every day, more and more every day. I'm learning to love myself even more. So yeah.
And I'm glad you got there. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Porsha, a singer who loves herself. Please, not only loves herself, but loves her music and gives it to you as well. Please give everybody your social media so they can find you online and they can listen to your music.
Yes, Instagram is at Myers Porsha, and also Facebook is Porsha M. And you also can go on my website, www.theporsha.com.
That's what I'm talking about. And Miss Porsha, I want to say this before we go to the next part of the interview. Everybody out there that's listening, stream her music. See if you like it. But if you do like it and you love it, I want you to just purchase it. Don't just stream it. Because through purchasing, not only do you sow into the artist, you ensure them the love that you say you have for them, and they're able to give you more music. Show your appreciation and respect the artist. If all you do is stream, if the internet went down, would you really have your music? Buy your music and make sure you show the artist that you appreciate them. So, do you agree with me?
Oh, yes.
Right, because he's going to put some money in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Why not you? I mean, at the end of the day, music is an art. You should be paid for your art. So if any independent artists listening want to come on Heritage Hip Hop, Take Miss Porsha's story, love yourself, and love yourself enough to have people buy your music and not just give it out for free. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We ain't going to get to the real fun part. I wanted to say that because at the end of the day, Porsha is a child of God, and God gave her a talent. What is the payback you want from your talent? And how do you want to, it may not be I don't want you to be selfish. I want you to be retrospective and introspective from this one. Through the talent that God gave you, what would be the perfect payout of that talent, what do you think?
Me personally, I wanna open my own youth girls and boys club or shelter home. I want to be able to give back. There's nothing within giving. I don't want to be the one that always get. I want to be able to give, and I've always been like that. So, like I said, I want to be able to help the homeless. Anybody that's going through something, like I want to be able to bless them, be a blessing to those.
You can do it right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the music only highlights it. See, this is what I tell people who do hip-hop. Music is nothing but a door. And the sad part is everybody's rushing to the door to touch the knob. And even when they open the door, people don't walk through. You're talking about walking through and giving back to society, not through your music, but through your love and then through your desire for people to do better, correct?
Yeah.
My question to you then is, when it comes to your desire, what keeps it lit so that it never goes out or dies?
I would say the fire within me when it comes to music and having those around me that pushes me and motivates me.
I like that. So everybody out there, stay motivated. We're with Miss Porsha, and it's time for the rapid fire questions. Now, the rapid fire questions are the second part of the interview where we don't do yes no questions. What we do is ask you questions that show and reflect your knowledge of the genre that you're in and your depth in music. Ready to play?
Yes, sir.
Question number 1. What song or album perfectly describes you from another person's catalog?
From another person's catalog, I would say, let's see, Betty Wright, No Pain, No Gain.
Wow, okay. Why?
Well, personally, me, no pain, no gain. Far as me, you got to feel a little bit of pain in the midst of the situation. No gain, but in the midst of everything that you're going through, you're going to have some pain. You're going to have no gain, but you're in the midst of it. You're going to survive it through it all.
Shout out to you. That's what's up. My next question would be this. Music is just as big as the world. Where would you like to hear your music unexpectedly?
Nationwide, I would say like Florida, New York, all over the world.
So you just want to be everywhere all at the same time?
I want to be everywhere. Yes.
Okay. My next question is, when you are singing and you're on stage, what is the feeling that you get when everybody's eyes are on you and you get to express your joy and your love through your song?
I would say I get a burning feeling on the inside because I really get to be myself on stage. And when I'm singing, I like for someone to feel what I'm coming from and feel the words in my music too. So it gives me a great feeling on the inside. So I would say when it comes to my music, my words speak not only for my music, but it speaks for me too and who I am.
Miss Porsha, define music in 5 albums.
Let's see, 5 albums. I was of my own or someone else's?
Period.
Okay, I would say Pillow would be, for me, of my own, I would say Pillow because it's more of a laid-back love song. And then I would say Spotlight, that's of my own.
Those are songs. Those are songs, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Nah, define music in 5 albums.
5 albums. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Beyond the Stars. I would say that one.
Bye.
I would say Living Within. And The Girl.
Who's the albums by?
These are mine.
Oh, your albums. Oh, you defining music. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at you. Go ahead.
Yes, and I would say Loyalty. That's an album. And I also would say being a survivor. That would be my number one.
You got one more. You did 4.
Okay, 4. Okay, my last and not least, I would say, let me go. Be You. That's the next one I was working on. Be You.
So music is going to be defined by your sound. You're going to be the definition of music. Okay, I'm with it. I'm with it. What song changed your life for the better?
Of my own or someone else's?
Someone else's catalog.
Someone else's catalog? Okay, I would say, let me see. Let's go with New Edition. Defines me. Can you stand the rain?
That's a classic.
Yeah.
So you like ballads or you like something more instrumental?
Yeah, I do.
You like something that's more instrumental?
Yeah, it's more instrumental, yeah.
Okay. So then who is the artist that defined your love for music? The number one artist in your life? Besides you?
Besides me, Keisha Cole.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, Keisha Cole's catalog isn't just all pain, which everybody thinks, because I Should Have Cheated is the song everybody know for some reason. You know what I'm saying? But there was something about Keisha Cole that brought the greatness out of you. What was it, and how are you going to give that to somebody else to bring the greatness out of them?
I would say how she, like I said, when she loved herself and she spoke about everything that she's went through or been through, and she was more on the love side.
Word.
So, yeah.
And you're going to give that to somebody else the same way?
Yes, I'm going to give the same way. Yep.
So then let's just rock out then. What's your dream song? You, who's singing with you, if there's anybody else on there with you, rapping, whatever, or it could be you by yourself, and who's doing the music, dead or alive, no restrictions.
Oh, let's see. I would say Betty Wright.
You and Betty Wright?
Yes.
Okay. Who's doing the music? What type of music is it?
Let's see. Oh no. Cause I love her voice, so it's like, I feel like we could come up with something real good. It can be more like love. It can be more like survival. It can be, tired of, games. So it's like.
Is it studio or live band?
I would say live.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you this. How does a live band bring the best out of a singer instead of being in the studio?
Because you get to hear, like, every beat or whatever that they're playing, like the violin, the drums, the pianos, like everything is right there. Even though it's one sound, but you still can hear everything that's playing.
So the music plays into you more as you're singing live instead of hearing it in your headphones and singing.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you think live bands is something that needs to return to the mainstream instead of always giving studio albums?
Yeah, I would say.
Is that a goal that you have?
Yes, that's the number one goal, yes. Yep.
Okay. Have you toured yet?
No, I haven't. I'm praying soon after all this over with the COVID. I really want to. I would love to. Yes.
What's the one place you would like to play that is a dream come true for you?
I would say Paris. So that's somewhere I always wanted to go. So I would love to go there.
Shout out to everybody in Paris. And we have overseas listeners. So everybody out there listening, check for Porsha and bring her to Paris. For real. I have 2 more questions and then we're going to finish the interview, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What's the most important song you could sing to your daughter and to the children that look up to you?
Time to make a change. Yep.
Good. Explain. Like, what is the change? What do you want them to change?
Within yourself, the environment, everything that's going around in this world. So I would say time to make a change. Yeah.
Okay. Well, my last question is the most important question of the interview, which is, first I'm going to say a blessing unto you from the Most High. That I hope that I don't hope.
I pray and speak into existence that your blessings run over and you do get what you would want and what you need at the same time from the Most High. So, and I pray for your life to be abundant.
Thank you, and I truly appreciate it too. And same to you as well.
Thank you, because we live in a world of police brutality, racism, sexism, a whole bunch of isms, murder, death, and I don't want any of that to happen to you or your family. But a reality is one day you're not going to walk on this planet anymore, and you're going to go back to the Creator who created you. So your daughter is going to have your music, and she's going to pass that down, and you're going to be a time capsule generational piece that people are going to have to celebrate. 500 years from now, when your family line in Paris, because you made it so big, right? When they open this time capsule, they say, "Mom, you're great, whatever you are in 500 years from now." I don't know. All right. When they play your music, your legacy is being played. And my most important question on the first interview, because you can always come back, and I ask you to. My most important question in the first interview is this: what is the legacy that you leave behind that made the world better because you did your music?
I would say she was a survivor. Like, even in the midst, she stayed humble. She prayed. You know, she survived through it all. So I would say that. So
everybody out there listening to this interview, never give up on yourself. Never think life is over no matter what you go through, because you can and you will. But if you say you won't, you're also right. So be careful what you speak into your life, because it will happen one way or the other. Make sure you survive on your way to living, and don't live to survive, because God made you to live and live abundantly.
That's right.
This is Karev with Miss Porsha, great singer out of South Carolina. And we say peace, and we out.
And we out.
We thank you for listening to this episode of the Heritage Hip Hop Podcast, celebrating the music of Miss Porsha from South Carolina, Ruby, South Carolina at that, with her new single, Genie in a Bottle. Porsha's story about survival not only tells us to never give up on life, but life doesn't end with tragedy. The setback can be the setup for something great. So always push forward and give life your best, because that's what you deserve, the best at all times. With that being said, this is Karev from Heritage Hip Hop saying thank you for listening. We ask that you listen, watch, and grow with us by being subscribers to heritagehiphop.com. You go to our website, you become a member, and you have access to our members page, which is full of free music and more goodies to come. You can follow us also and subscribe to our YouTube page. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. For every video that you see that you like, make sure you hit the like and share button and leave a comment so we know that you're there, because that helps us grow our channel. And right now we're on a quest for 1,000 subscribers. And when we get 1,000 subscribers, we're going to have a major giveaway that we announced before. Before I get out of here, I'd like to give a shout out to the team that makes everything possible. Shout out to BQ of Fatty's Place. Come home real soon, B. We looking forward to seeing you again. Michael Bradley of Transparent Credit Repair. Fire Jaws, MC, marketer, promoter, Wildfire Marketing. You can hit him at Instagram at Firejaws, Firejaws. Shout out to Lex Diamonds at Diamonds Entertainment LLC. Lex P on YouTube, and he has a new sports podcast out right now, so salute the Diamonds LLC. Shout out to the Goodfellas. We have a new show that we do with the Goodfellas called The Recap. It's on the Tommy Guns YouTube page, TOMMYGUNZ. And shout out to the cast, Dav, the photographer, Shaw Montana, DJ Big A, and of course me. I'm on there as well. For everyone looking for sponsorship or maybe to partner with Heritage Hip Hop, make sure you hit us on the email, on the website, or at karev@heritagehiphop.com. We celebrate not only the heritage of hip hop, which is God's heritage, which is you. We also teach artists independency and how to be proactive and how to ensure a financial future with your art. So whether you're a music artist, an entrepreneur with a product or anything, Heritage Hip Hop is here for you. So make sure you hit us if you're looking for that extra help or knowledge of how to be fruitful and how how to make gains with your craft, not just put it out. Because in this game, everybody gets streamed, but not everybody gets heard. So make sure you come to Heritage Hip Hop for more. With that being said, please look out for more great content, because we have a lot of great interviews to come. Whether they're in video form or podcast, Heritage Hip Hop is here for you to tell your story as not only an artist, but a pivotal component to the hip hop culture. With that being said, my name is Karev, and I say peace, and we out.